Hello, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to quickly show a quick tip on how to increase your gun damage in Borderlands 4. So, we're currently working on the damage formula. I'll have a proper video on that at some point soon. However, just a quick tip, a discovery we've made is, of course, in this game, most things are additive together. So gun damage, splash damage, elemental damage, hitting a crit, debuffs, all that kind of stuff, they all add together. So, you know, 20% gun, 30% elemental, 40% splash, they'll just add. So that means if you've got 300% total damage from your damage formula and you've added a new bonus that's 25%, it only goes from 300 to 325, which is about an 8% total damage increase. So that's how the damage formula kind of works. However, we have found some exceptions, none other than gun damage on enhancement and weapon type on enhancement. So this SMG damage here, this gun damage here, they're in a separate bracket. Now they are additive together, but they will be multiplicative with the rest of our damage formula. Note that gun splash damage and gun crit damage, they are where you'd expect. So gun splash damage here is just with splash damage in the rest of the formula, and crit damage is with all the crit stuff. However, it's gun type on enhancement and gun damage on enhancement. If I unequip this with something else, there we go. This gun does 303 damage. I have 40% kinetic plus 8.75% from my specialization. This will give me about 449 damage. There you go. Now, if we add in 21% from our specialization, this should be 6975% damage, which would take us to about 514. If it was a multiplier to our 4875, it would be about 543 to 545. There you go, it's a multiplier. Now, the reason why that's not precise is because there are rounding errors in the game, because it only shows you full values, but what I believe to happen is they pick a level 1 value and then apply level scaling to it, which means at higher levels you'll end up getting decimals, but the game doesn't show you those. So I believe kinetic damage here is about 39.5%, not 40. So that's why you sometimes get rounding errors. But yeah, we can see that gun damage on enhancement is a multiplier. So if you are wanting to max out your builds, keep an eye out for this passive. It's going to be much more valuable for your overall damage formula and dealing damage, and again with gun type. So if you're mainly using SMGs, then you'll want SMG damage and gun damage. These two do add together, enhancement gun and SMG gun. They're not separate to each other, there's just a separate bracket to multiply the rest of your formula. So hopefully that's not too confusing, just gun damage, weapon type damage on enhancement. Not class mod, so the sniper damage on class mod and gun damage on class mod, that's all additive with the rest of your formula. Nothing special about them. It is specifically the passives on these enhancements. There are a few main effects as well, such as this Atlas target lock, not target lock, I haven't tested that one yet. Order, there's 30% damage when firing from maximum in charge. That is that is separate. I have not tested it against gun damage and type damage, but that is separate to formula. And there is a Ripper one that's 25% damage, 30% charge. That one is separate to damage formula. Need to test it against passive gun damage on enhancement as well. But that's to do. That's future me's problem. In short, I've gone over it a million times. Gun damage, weapon type damage. They will provide you the most amount of distance on dealing damage in Borderlands 4. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this helps. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, stay awesome. I'll catch you next time.